Hello, I'm Ian from Oak&Chain, coming to you from Vienna, which is an incredibly beautiful city with really shitty people who are miserable for no apparent reason, have no concept whatsoever of spatial awareness. Anyways, it's my weekend already. It's Friday, get a Friday off, and I decided to do another chapter in my YouTube channel while enjoying my weekend coffee with a little something extra in it there. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so set up this YouTube channel more as a larf. I don't really expect to get a whole lot of traffic to it. Although on that note, shout out to my 1 million subscriber so far, Tina. Awesome, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Mean that. But I do kind of more for myself. I find it really cathartic to have a venue to kind of like rant and rave about certain things pertaining 99.9% to Oak&Chain, my lovely little workshop here where I make all my little trinkets and pendants and talismans and things of that nature. Pretty big laundry list of household chores to do today, but hey, it's my weekend, so before I get into that, I'm sitting down talking to you and having a coffee. So, what is this weirdo going to rant about today? Well, I decided I wanted to get on the subject of can you be spiritual, esoteric, and whatnot, and still be a capitalist? As in, specifically, is it okay for those of us who are conflicted or being accused of being sellouts to earn money in the avenue of your spiritual beliefs? It was actually funny because I already did this whole video. It was about 20 minutes long, and I went to go kind of listen to it and review it, and I had the stupid camera flipped around, so it was all black and muffly. So I'm kind of glad I did because I ranted on a little bit too long about it. So take two. I want to use a really specific example because I feel like it kind of drove my point home better than anything else I ranted about in the other attempt to do this video. I have 3 Instagram accounts. I have Oak&Chain, of course. I have dare.cowboy, which is sort of like my personal one. I feel like cows. There's lots of pictures of cows in there. I like cows. And then I've got a dare.herofan, which I started a while ago and I've since kind of neglected because I wanted a place to do tarot readings and rune casting and stuff. So, on the subject of dare.herofan, haven't really done anything with it for a while, to tell you the honest truth. Probably over the last year, I barely touched it. I set it up because I'm very interested in doing tarot readings and rune casting. I definitely am an okay-ish psychic. Am I the best psychic in the world? No, not even kind of. But I really enjoyed doing it. I think it's really great. I think it's really neat. And I wanted a place where I could hopefully invite people to get readings from me. So I had an opportunity to kind of go to the psychic gym, so to speak, and kind of work on my abilities. I think it's like anything else. I think anything else that we do spiritually, mentally, physically, if you don't, you gotta exercise it. You gotta practice. You gotta keep it up and do it, or it'll wither away on you. Is kind of my thinking. Anyways, so my plan was this. I set up the Hierophant, and I had planned on charging basically like a fixed flat rate. I looked around. I felt it was pretty modest, just basically for my time. I mean, there's no shipping or anything involved like there's with Oak&Chain for a reading, or to sort of help cross-promote Oak&Chain, which is really my passion. I said you could get a free reading if you bought something from us at Oak&Chain to kind of help cross-promote it. So you had the option. Now, if, and I hope there is, anyone out there who watches this video who also does or has done psychic readings, tarot readings, so on and so forth, you're gonna probably laugh to yourself a little bit with this. If I had a nickel for every time I got a private message, a really crappily worded just a typical example. Oh, I got a direct message. Oh, cool, let's have a look here. Can I get a free reading? Not, hello, how are you? My name's so-and-so. I'd be interested in getting a free, can I get a free reading? Block, delete. Hey, is my boyfriend coming back? We've been broken up for a week. No introduction, no nothing. Block, delete. I never once had, and granted there's only maybe between 300 and 400 followers of Ferdy Hierophant tops, but I was trying to post like about every day. So I'm doing like a free horoscopy, like here's your rune casting for the day, reading kind of a thing, you know, trying to keep it sort of interesting. I got quite a few direct messages, and every single time was a crappily worded, can I get a free this? Can I get a free that? Now, 2 things bothered me about that. Number one, You goddamn new social media generation, you silly bastards, have just completely forgotten any sense whatsoever, decorum and etiquette. That's the old guy in me talking. Fuck you, you're all horrible. I don't know what else to say. I just find that so gross. Just gross. Plain gross. This is the worst generation of my lifetime. Like, no question, young people today. Sorry, that's my old guy rant. I'm just saying it like it is. Hope I don't offend anyone. But if I did, it's probably your own fault for offending me. So anyways. I got in this habit of just getting annoyed, frustrated, disillusioned, and again, block, delete every time I got one of these. And at one point, I actually had someone write me, hey, you know what, I really be interested in getting a free reading from you. And I sort of explains like, hi, you know what, thing is, I either charge blah, blah euros for a reading, or hey, you know what, if you get something from me, you can get from Oak&Chain, like a jewelry piece or something, you'll get a free reading. Want to mention, by the way, I don't sell jewelry for like 100 euros a piece or 200 euros a piece. I think my average price on any piece of my jewelry is probably like 20 euros, like maybe 25 bucks US plus shipping. Like, it's not everything in the world. And then I kind of said, you know what? So think of it this way: you're getting, for about what you would pay for a psychic reading from anyone else on Instagram, you get not only a reading, but you also get a free piece of jewelry you get to keep forever. So even if you get your reading and you're like, it sounds like bullshit, you get something you can have and hold and wear it forever. I thought it was a pretty good deal. So this person writes me back this big, huge, long, critical diatribe, wagging their finger at me, talking about how I wasn't really a spiritual person, I didn't understand the philosophy behind giving and blah, blah, and the community sharing, yada, yada, hippie, this, blah, blah, bullshit, that. And I think I literally bled from my eyes and ears a little bit, to tell you the truth. I don't remember being so angry about any message or email or whatever I've ever gotten from anybody ever. To the point I was actually shaking reading it. I was so mad. I'll tell you exactly why. Because tying this back, taking a long road around here, is it okay to be a capitalist and spiritual? Why isn't it? How pretentious is it? What kind of sense of entitlement does a person have to contact you if you offer a product or service geared towards the spiritual and esoteric community? How pretentious, what kind of an asshole does a person have to be to automatically assume that your time is worth nothing? If someone contacts you and expects anything for free, tarot reading, talisman, blah, 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 it doesn't matter what, they're basically telling you that, to me, your time is worthless, or your product and service is worthless. I'm interested if it doesn't cost me anything, but short of that, forget it. That is a total slap in the face. That is a total insult. And at the end of the day, and these people should realize this too, everyone's got to work. Everyone's got to pay rent for your lovely apartment. Everyone's got to have groceries in the fridge. Everyone's got to have shoes. You need to buy cat food. You put gas in the car. Everyone needs money. Since the days that we were living on the plains and the forests in small groups and clans and individually, and we had to make all our own shit ourselves, and said, you know what, I don't have time to plow the field, take care of the cows, roof the house, and go into my workshop and hammer out a new axe that I need to cut the tree down for the firewood. So I'm going to go talk to Ragnock, and I'm going to trade him a barrel of my ale that I made last week, and then maybe he can make me an axe, because he's a really good blacksmith and he can do it faster than I can, and I'm a pretty good brewer. Hey Ragnock, you want some ale? What do you need? I need an axe. Hey, you know what, you're pretty good at making that ale, and I can bang out an axe for you in an afternoon, boop, and you get an exchange of services. That's been sort of course, evolved into a condensation of that service. As I go to my boss says, you know what, I need some guy to work for me, I don't have enough people. Okay, what are you going to give me? I'm going to give you this piece of paper here that says, you worked for me so many hours and you're getting compensated this. All right, so instead of going to him to build me an axe or something, because he doesn't do that, I can take this piece of paper now, this euro, and I can go to somebody else, doesn't matter who, and I can get what I do need from him, because I got this essentially like a gift certificate that's it's this whole monetary system. It actually kind of makes sense, and that's kind of where we're at. So that was a bit of a kooky kind of a metaphor thing, but anyways, at the end of the day, yeah, man, we all got to work. We all got to work. If you want that house, if you want that food, if you want heat in the wintertime, you got to work. And hey, people should do what they love, honestly. Statistically, people that do work full-time probably spend more time in the workplace outside of sleeping than they do with their families, their loved ones, doing things they actually enjoy doing. I'm a big fan of the old phrase, you know, I work to live, I don't live to work. In other words, I work because I have to, not because I want to. I think people work because they want to are psychotic. I've mentioned that before, but that is what it is. So if you can do what you love and earn money on it, why in the hell wouldn't you? Why would you go work at some shitty retail job that you hate if you discovered you could either supplement that income and take a bit of the sting out of it, or you could actually work full time, offering your product or service for money on the internet? Why wouldn't you? I think there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. However, having said that, I know from experience in my dealings with other artists, people in the spiritual community, musicians, anybody, in a non-conventional field, let's call it, is that you may subject yourself to people who sell out or call into question your beliefs, or if you really are an artist, or if you really are spiritual, if you decide to make money off of it. And I think that's just a load of bullshit. I think that people who do accuse others of that are just really ignorant. Does it exist? Oh, for sure. There are absolutely people out there who are capitalizing on other people's beliefs. Christians, who are hypocrites. There's no doubt about it. There's no avoiding that. That's just the shitty part of human nature. Humans are shitty. I'm sorry, that's what it is. But if you could earn what you need doing what you love, you're crazy if you don't, honestly. And if anyone gets in your face and accuses you of being a sellout or calls into question your beliefs, fuck them. There's a lot of people out there like me who do and should understand that it's way more valuable to obtain a product or service from someone who comes from a common spiritual background than it is to go and, for example, spend a lot less money going on fucking wish.com and buying some, I'm sorry, but like, because some of them look really good. I looked through wish.com, they got some neat shit on there, but you know what?